In this video, we want to use some basic algebra and a property of logarithms to show that minus the natural log of absolute cosecant of x plus cotangent of x is equal to natural log of absolute cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. So a little bit of trig, a little bit of algebra in this particular problem. Here are some of the properties. Hopefully you're familiar with these. You can pause the video anywhere here. Basically, you're only going to use one property here, and it's going to be this one right here. Natural log of some number m to the r power to base a is equal to r natural log of m to base a. In other words, this exponent here, r, becomes a coefficient going from left to right. And going the other way, in terms of a product here, you can put it back as an exponent. So that's the one we're going to be using. And we're also going to use one identity from trigonometry, and that's this one right here. If you have 1 plus the cotangent of any angle, let's call it x, then 1 plus cotangent squared of that angle x will equal to cosecant squared of that angle. So let's start off then with the left side and show that we get the expression on the right side. So this is the coefficient of this natural log here. It's a minus or negative 1 there. So the property we're going to use is the one that allows me to take this negative 1 here as an exponent right there. So this can be written as the natural log of cosecant of x plus cotangent of x. So this is a negative 1 here. The property of logs allows me to bring it as an exponent, so this becomes a negative 1 here. So it's a coefficient here, and it becomes an exponent over here. And then we can write this as the natural log. I can write this as 1 over, using properties of negative exponents, 1 over this expression here. Or I can just leave the whole thing this way and write it as 1 over cosecant. I can write this as absolute value cosecant of x plus cotangent of x. And this we get the property of logarithms. That's one way to write it. Now from here, the next step would be to multiply the numerator and the denominator by cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. So instead of rewriting this again, let me just move this out of the way here. So this will be, this gets multiplied. It's actually the conjugate of that expression there. So got cosecant of x plus cotangent of x, so just make this cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. So all I'm doing here is multiplying the numerator and denominator by this expression here, cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. And this is still absolute values here. So just to save some time and space there, that's what we get. So then I'm going to do the rest over here on the side. So I got the natural log of, so let's just do the algebra. Even though we're dealing with trig expressions here, it's just algebra. So it's 1 times this. So on the side we just write, okay, that's going to give me cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. And in the denominator, what do I have? I have cosecant of x plus cotangent of x multiplied by cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. So notice it's the same two terms except opposite signs here. Cosecant of x plus cotangent of x multiplied by cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. So that's like a plus b times a minus b. When you multiply the sum of the difference of the same two terms, it just gives you the difference of the squares. So a plus b times a minus b is a squared minus b squared. So here, when I multiply this out, this will just give me, cosecant squared x minus cotangent squared of x. But what is cosecant squared of x minus cotangent squared of x? So from this identity right here, 1 plus cotangent squared of x is equal to cosecant squared of x. If I bring this over to the other side, in other words, subtract it from both sides, I get a 1 equals to cosecant squared of x minus cotangent squared of x. So in other words, this cosecant squared of x minus cotangent squared of x is just a 1. So this is just cosecant of x minus cotangent of x divided by 1 is just that. So what we're saying here then is that this operation right here simplifies to natural log of cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. So we showed then that if you take the minus the natural log of absolute cosecant of x plus cotangent of x and perform these operations here, it does equal to this expression here, the natural log of absolute cosecant of x minus cotangent of x. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.